Hi, and welcome to this week's video blog. I'm Sarah Hammerkirk, and I'm glad you joined me. Why should we care as parents whether our kids get along with each other? Why does it matter? With an informal survey I conducted several years ago, the #1 instigator of sibling fights were toys and possessions, followed by being teased and jealousy. Wanting parental attention rounded up the top 4 reasons of why our kids did not get along. And most articles and books you read about sibling and sibling rivalry list similar reasons why kids fight. But at the core of it is a desire to be #1 and be first in all things, whether it's getting dessert or getting in the car. And believe me, I have 4 children, and it is unbelievable how much they really want to be first. So much so that, quick side story, they always want to be the first one through the door. What I did then, I made a rule, because sometimes you have to make rules. I made a rule that said that the first one through the door had to hold the door for everyone else. Well, that stopped that, and it has helped. And nobody wanted to be first then. Everyone wanted to be last or second. It was really kind of funny. But that kind of solved that wanting to be first desire. But why should we care that they're fighting? Jeffrey Kluger summed it up in his 2011 book, The Sibling Effect, What the Bonds Among Brothers and Sisters Reveal About Us. A household with multiple siblings is a parliament of personalities that are forever in motion and often in conflict. But it can be an educational one too. Adulthood, after all, is practically defined by peer relationships. The workplace, the marriage, the community group. As siblings, we may fight and sulk and fume, but by nighttime, we all still return to the same twin beds in the same shared room. His point underscores that being pleasant and kind to one another has a far more reaching significance than peace at the moment. Children who learn to resolve conflict within a family through interactions with brothers and sisters have an advantage when they encounter discord outside the home. That also points to the most important reasons why parents should assist their children in moving from sibling rivals to friends. They will not be children long, and the things learned or not learned in childhood have a long reach into adulthood. Just ask someone who has multiple siblings or one sibling and ask them if they remember the hurts of childhood. Ask them if they wish their parents hadn't played favorites. Ask them if they'd wish they'd learned in childhood how to get along now that they're arguing in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 20s with their siblings. It is important. We can do better as parents in helping our children develop, if not a friendship, at least getting along with one another. Here are some other reasons why brothers and sisters, getting along for brothers and sisters is so important. It's a chance to develop lasting friendships. Many people that, older people that I interviewed, 20s, 30s, 40s, again, 50s, 60s, and those ages, they have these sweet relationships with their siblings. I know I do. I love having those relationships with my brothers and sisters. It teaches them conflict resolution. Where else can they learn but in the home? It gives them a persevering spirit. You know, your siblings encourage you to do better, usually. It helps them learn how to get along with those of the opposite sex, especially if you have siblings of the opposite sex in your home. It also helps you learn how to talk to people and things like that. It learns that it's not all about you. You are not the most important thing in the family because you have siblings. And it also helps you not to hold on so tightly to those things that we want to hold on tightly to, possessions and things, because you're always having to share whether you want to or not sometimes. Sibling conflict is the first class a child receives in relationship training. If a parent emphasizes honor and other virtues in family life, such as serving others, valuing others, and listening to others' opinions, then sibling interactions are likely to change for the better. While no family is ever entirely free from conflict, we can encourage our kids in the importance of getting along. Thank you for joining me today, and throughout the summer I'm going to give other video blogs on how to get our kids to get along. And if you just have one child, a lot of this information translates into friendships and peers as well. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.